we've come to the inevitable third quarter, and
who won? Okay. So here we go. You want to say it or do I say it?
you can go ahead and say it because you know what? I'm just gonna keep quiet.
All right. So
there's a huge asterisk on this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why is there an asterisk?
The fans know. I know.
What?
You know.
What's the asterisk?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Wait, what do you mean? Now
That's all I'm gonna say.
Why are you putting stuff? There's no asterisk. Why is there an asterisk?
Give us the votes, sir.
But I want to know why there's an asterisk.
Just give us the votes.
See, no, makes no sense because I don't
Just
even
give
know.
us the votes.
Okay, with a 54 to 46%, it came down to the wire. Your first pick of the draft is none other than Alain, Team LeBron. I get to pick first. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who voted. We appreciate. All jokes aside, we appreciate everyone who voted and got to chime in and get their votes in.
Yeah, all the fake Instagram accounts, all the dead people out there. It's okay.
Never made me laugh this hard before. That was funny, dude.
I already know. Man, all those votes.
Dude, listen.
There's probably some fees. Maybe somebody getting another 4 quarters board. Some 4 quarters. Guac. I don't know what was being offered around there, but I just know that there's a little asterisk there. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay.
All right. With that being said,
he needs it more than I do.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. Don't accept the results. Storm the gram.
All right. Let's go. These are surprise from all. Okay. All right. Let's get it. 15 minutes. Let's do this fantasy draft during the third quarter and go. Okay, I get the first pick of this draft. Melo, are you in charge of writing this down or should I write it down?
I'll write it down.
Okay, Melo's going to write it down. And for the first pick, so many stars to choose from. Me and Melo did not plan anything. We're just doing this off the cuff. We wanted to just see what happens. But my first pick, okay, so guys, remember, since KD's not playing, Melo's going to get 2 picks at the end. Right?
Yeah, I'll get the last 2.
KD can't play. He's still hurt, but he's still selecting, so he gets 2. So, my first pick, man, is going to be none other than I got to get LeBron and Giannis together. That dominant force? You thought I wasn't going to draft Giannis? I know that's who you wanted. Come on. LeBron at point guard and Giannis? Give me Giannis.
All right, so first overall pick.
Listen, no one's going to touch my drafting. That's why in fantasy, I'm number 1 in the league, dude. It's my drafting
skills. 1 in the league because of my injuries. All right, so hold on. I got to...
So while Mel decides on a pick, I'm just going to, talk about we have Giannis, Joker, Bradley Beal, Curry, and Kyrie Irving are the stars for the East. And then you have Kawhi Leonard and Embiid, Jason Tatum, who moved up to take over KD's spot, and Luka Dončić. And that rounds up the starting 10 for the All-Star game. That's how they do the draft. We pick the 10 starters first, and then after you pick the reserve players.
All right, I know what my pick is.
All right, say your pick.
My first overall pick is going to be the man who needs to put that some respect needs to be put on his name. And no, I'm not talking about Dame time. I'm talking about none other than 2-time MVP, Stephen Curry.
That's a good pick. I have LeBron right now. And you got Curry. Okay. All right. So my pick, let me look at it. Sorry, I want to keep notes here because I want to make sure I get the right pick. All right. So far I selected Giannis. And remember, guys, I already have LeBron James on my team. So I have LeBron and Giannis. And he has Curry right now. My next pick is none other than the most dominant center in the league, Mr. Joel Embiid. Because that's who I need right now is Mr. Joel Embiid. I know I said all that shit about Joker being my favorite, but I am going to go for Joel Embiid because a healthy Embiid for one game, I need a closer too because we all know Giannis and LeBron are going to close this game up. So I got Joel Embiid as my center. Who you got?
All right, you kind of made it a little bit easier for me then.
Oh, perfect.
And I guess I'm just going to have to go with who you think is the most dominant big man in the league, and that is none other than Nikola.
Oh, you got the Joker. That is funny how we just switched up on that
we really did. We talked, well, I mean, I would have picked Embiid, but you talked all that Embiid crap. And look at that.
I had to. Man, now it's looking a little like, okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to move Giannis to the power forward position, LeBron at point guard, Joel at
coaches
center.
For this game?
Huh?
So Western Conference has Quinn Snyder and Doc Rivers. Oh, so you got Doc basically.
Perfect.
Oh no, you don't.
No?
If you're Team LeBron, I'm assuming that's the West Conference.
Yeah. Oh damn.
So
this actually works out better because my next pick is Kawhi Leonard. So I don't need Doc Rivers and all that heat up. So I got Kawhi Leonard. And I can put him as small forward. Oh, man, my team is rounding up to LeBron James at point guard, Giannis at power forward, Joel at center, and Kawhi Leonard at small forward.
All right, I know who my next pick is already. My next pick is the leader, the man who is not being given enough credit for doing his job, for leading this team, for, saying, you know what? It doesn't have to be all me. I can share the ball. I can have someone else be point guard. Someone else could take the last shot. And it's none other than Mr. Kyrie Irving.
Man. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Because it's funny as this may sound, I was going to pick Kyrie, as much as I talk the most shit about him, he fit my team perfect right now because I'm seeing him play shooting guard and he's doing a very good job. So I'm not sure if you drafted him for a specific reason like that. Man, okay. Listen, I have a bunch of scorers. I got a guy who can pass the ball. So tell them your team. So you have Curry, Joker, and now you have Irving would have worked out perfect for me. God damn it, dude. All right. So that leaves right now we have Jason Tatum, Luka Dončić, Bradley Beal left. So this is a tough one for me. It's a tough one for me.
Whoever you don't get, I get the next two guys no matter what.
I agree.
I mean, I think I know where you're going.
I guess it doesn't matter what I tell you, what I'm thinking. It's between Bradley Beal and Luka Dončić. I mean, Bradley Beal is a shooting guard. So he fits the role perfectly. And I think he's a better defensive player than Luka. But Luka's the effing GOAT right now. He's not the GOAT. Let me not use that word. It's been overly used. Are people saying anything? Are you guys what do you guys think? Embiid will tear his groin in 12 seconds. Nah, he doesn't have to work that hard right now because he doesn't have to carry Ben Simmons and everyone. So Embiid is fine.
He might have to if he ends up on your team.
This is a tough one, but I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna go with none other than Luka Dončić.
I know it.
Luka Dončić.
I knew there was no way you're gonna pass up Luka. I knew it. There's no way. There's no way you were gonna disrespect Luka like that.
We hang out too much. That's the only reason why. Because I talk about Luka.
All right, so
listen, it was a close. I almost thought Bradley Beal for a second, but I said screw defense. Give me Luka. We'll beat you guys by 230 because that's how far these All-Star games go with points.
Meaning that with his pick of Luka, I end up with
who do you pick first though? This is important. I want to know who you pick first.
Jason Tatum.
Over Bradley Beal?
Absolutely.
Bro, Bradley Beal's a disrespected player. Jason Tatum shouldn't even be there. Harden should be there. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie could be fine. But come on.
Jason Tatum over Bradley Beal. But I end up with both of them, so My guys are looking a little small right now.
Tatum and Beal. Got it. All right. So, what do you guys think of our top 5? Let us know in the comment section. Who do you guys think have a better top 5 for a starting roster to round it out?
Had to go Luka below. Jules thought you should have gone Tatum.
So here we go. It was a tough. You know, this kind of came down to just a smarter pick would have been Tatum or Beal.
So while you guys are listening to our picks, if you think Alain, who had the number 1 pick, is doing better, let's get some ones in the chat. If you think Melo is doing better, let's get some 2s in the chat. If you're just here so you don't get fined, throw some 3s in the chat.
I know where you got that from. I like that. So just to recap, I picked LeBron James because I had to, he was already my team. But my first pick was Giannis. Second pick was Joel Embiid. Third pick was Kawhi Leonard. And my last pick rounded off with Luka Dončić.
And I had Stephen Curry as my first pick. Second was Nikola Jokić. I just want to say his name like that. Number 3, I had the leader. He's probably going to lead this team again. Kyrie Irving. And then I ended up with Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal. But now we move on to the reserves. And because Alain did get the first pick, I now have the pleasure of having the first pick of the reserves. And this is going to take me a moment to look at all these,
So, yeah, guys. Pick who you guys think had the top 5. And now we're going to move on to the reserve players. We will also put the teams on Instagram so you guys can check it out, see our picks. I don't know how close we are to what LeBron and KD are going to pick. The only reason is because I feel KD will pick Irving first. Because KD's that guy. As in, KD, he looks out for his boys. KD goes, you know what, Kyrie, you've been looking out for me since day 1. You're my day 1, and I'm going to pick you first. All right, Steve went with 1. He thinks Alain so far. Appreciate that. Jules, shout out to Jules. He says Tatum. Man, Jules, I didn't know you were a Tatum fan, but thank you for being on, Jules. Hey, I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, shout out to the Rick T podcast. That's a great podcast. Hey, write your podcast in the sections so people can tune in and watch you. See if we do a collab soon.
So I got my first pick. And I'm really doing this just because, I kind of went in on him earlier. And I kind of want to do it so your team doesn't get him. And that is going to be none other than the man I'm rooting for MVP, Mr. James Harden. I just don't want you to have him. I don't want him to have him.
You knew that would have been my first pick. off the rip was James Harden.
I know it was. That's exactly why I said, you know what? I'm going to choose him first. Get him, Kyrie, all the Nets in one team.
All right, so let's see who I got. And you know what I'm going to do? Listen, this is the reserve players. I don't care. I'm going to look out for my boys. So I'm going to pick CP3 as my pick because this is the reserves at this point. I don't care. I already have the best starting 5. I'm going to pick CP3. He deserves it. He's been playing all-star basketball, and I'm looking out for him. I probably should have gone Julius Randle or Zion or Anthony Davis or something, but I'm going for CP3 because I just want to have fun. You stole the one guy I wanted.
All right. Well, I already have my next pick. It's been given to Mr. Roger Goodell. Listen to me. Adam Silver. And it is none other than the beast from the West because he's not on the East, even though Louisiana is technically almost closer to the East Coast. Zion Williamson.
You're just picking my fantasy basketball team, dude.
I feel like you can't go wrong with that.
All right. I know my next pick also because that's what LeBron's going to do. LeBron's going to pick this player first. And I just did it. I refused to pick him because he didn't deserve it. But now my next pick, is AD even going to play in the All-Star game?
No, AD is not. And that is why his replacement was Devin Booker.
Thank you for letting me know that because I didn't have it here in my notes. So I saw AD's face. Thank God I didn't want to pick AD. But you picked Zion. So I am going to go for Julius Randle. Because he deserves it. He deserves it. He's been playing all-star basketball. The Knicks owe him a lot. So I like Randle. I'm not a big Randle fan, but he's been playing awesome where he deserves it. So
I'm not going to lie to you. He would have been my next pick. He would have been my pick I would have probably picked Zion originally first in the reserves, but I knew you wanted Harden, and then Zion was on the board, and I almost chose Randle over him. But you know what? I really think Zion is going to show up first All-Star game. So my next pick, I feel like I need a little size.
Man. Guys, the All-Star game is this Sunday. Hope you can tune in. There's a lot of discrepancies this year in the All-Star game, as in why the hell was Kyrie Irving a starter and not Harden? Why the hell is there so much talk about... I don't know why Sabonis wasn't a starter to begin with. Sabonis was amazing this year. Go look at his stats. Julius Randle definitely deserves it. Julius is so well, man. If the East wasn't so stacked, I'd be like, make him a starter. He's playing so well. Who do you got?
My next pick is Rudy Gobert.
Oh, you know what's interesting?
$200 million man.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And that's exactly how I was going to draft him. So the fact that you said it in that way is...
$200 million man that averages, 11 and 11. Kids, just like Shaq said, kids, all you got to do is average 11
Listen,
and 11.
Rodman is thinking, my goodness, the amount of money I can make. All right, you know what? My next pick is because I respect this man. Don't know him. I don't know why I respect him. But he has one of the best teams right now, even though they're starting to follow. I think they're not doing too well the last 4 games. But I'm going to go with Devin Mitchell. I'm going to go with Spider.
You mean Donovan Mitchell?
Yes. Sorry. Too much wine.
All right, Spider.
I should have just said Spider.
Okay. I know. I'm gonna make sure you end up.
You know what? I hate you because there's 2 players that I don't want to end up with, and I know you're gonna try so hard, and I know which ones you know.
My next pick is, you said his first name, but not his last name.
So that's the
Devin
end
Booker
of the third quarter, but this is going to be a special extended version of the third quarter. Who'd you pick?
Devin Booker. The Kardashian curse killer right now.
How?
He's going to break that curse. Watch.
He's not going to break the curse.
He's going to break the curse.
Well, that leaves me, Mr. Even though I don't really need him right now, I probably need another big, but I'm going to go with...
Your watch ran out of battery?
Did it? Dame Time. He has ice in his veins. I'm going to go with Dame Time because he's the best person available right now.
Is he, though?
Yes, he is. For sure. Right now, he is. Come on. People think he should be a starter.
I'm going to pick my next pick. Another man who this year has had a great year and also isn't getting any respect put on his name. Shout out to Chi-Town's own Zach LaVine.
It's easy to be a star in a small pond. Just ask Dwight Howard and the Magic, okay? Listen,
he made it to the finals.
It's easy to do.
He beat LeBron James. That's all I know.
Who's better, Zach LaVine or Jimmy Buckets? They are both in Chi-Town. They both need to get out of there.
Jimmy Butler was not the same player he was over there that he is here.
All right. Okay, with that being said, so far, guys, a quick recap for the reserves. I have CP3, Julius Randle, Spider Mitchell, and Dame Dollar. Melo has Harden. The absolute best. You know what? You lucked out because you can just move Harden to the starting spot, and now you have competition. So, he has Harden, Zion, Rudy Gobert, Booker, and Zach. All right, so we're almost done with this draft, guys. Any fans out here? Alain just won the whole damn thing. Thank you so much.
He's saying that because you picked Randle.
Listen, because I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm picking smart. I'm picking logical players. Right now,
you're picking for the fans.
I'm not. Who do we got left, bro? Listen, that guy can't shoot a jumper. I'm not gonna say names. I'm gonna pick Sabonis. The guy who shouldn't even be there. I'm gonna pick Sabonis. Oh, I'm saying as in people didn't want him there. Like, he shouldn't be there. He made it because people got hurt. But Sabonis definitely deserves to be there. And I'm excited to have him in the team.
See, I wanted to pick Sabonis, but I don't know how he's going to perform in an All-Star game.
Well, I don't care. Because there's some guys that I'm not going to pick.
All right, so let's see what we got over here. We got... 2 gentlemen. No, we have 1 gentleman left over here.
So we've pretty much drafted everyone from the West except one guy. And then we have a lot of players from the East, still left to get picked up.
My next pick, I'm gonna keep this duo together. It's gonna be none other than Jaylen Brown.
Oh, that's a good. Okay, I actually like Jaylen Brown better than Tatum. I know that's not a popular opinion, but guys, the Celtics aren't playing too well, and the man of the team is Tatum, and Jaylen Brown always seems to show up in clutch situations and make big time shots. He's quiet. He does what he needs to do.
I know what's happening now. I can't wait for you to say this gentleman's name. I already have your pick written down here.
You don't, because
I already know what's gonna be.
You don't, because I'm going for Nikola Jokić. Is that what he had written down?
What are you talking about, Djokovic?
Vučević.
Exactly. That's the name I have written down.
Really? Jesus Christ.
That's why I said I can't wait to hear you say the name Vučević.
I was close enough though. Charles Barkley does a worse impression than me.
Who was it? I sent you the thing that they were trying to say his last name and they couldn't get it.
Oh yeah, he just kept stuttering. That's funny.
All right. So this is my last pick, right?
Oh, I can't believe it.
And it is between two gentlemen.
Can I just give you both the guys? I know who you're gonna pick. Because there's no way you're gonna. I listen.
And you know what?
One of them is the better player. Hey, you know what? All our fans are gonna think we're just brain dead at this point for not having him picked. Because he's actually a very productive player, and it's not like we needed him for the fourth quarter.
Thanks, Steve. No problem. You can always rewatch this on Pop Culture Pros or the Fourth Quarter Show.
I got a big team, bro.
So
I got Vučević, Sabonis. Go ahead.
Last and final pick, and I said it. I said I was gonna make sure this gentleman ended up on your team. My last and final pick is none other than the number 2.
They're both number
on Philadelphia.
Oh no,
Ben Simmons.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Listen, who's your final? I want you to say his name. You got to root for him now the entire weekend. Essentially,
I'm not disappointed because he's actually a good role 12 player. You know, it's just that you know what's funny in the league. He gets so much disrespect, and he doesn't.
He plays good on All-Star games.
He does. So that's why I'm not disappointed. I have him. It's just that I talk bad about Kyrie Irving. I talk bad about some of these players, and I think Paul George gets the worst of that. Just this last game, he went like 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter, and they lost the game. You know, it's kind of ridiculous. But my last pick of the draft is none other than PG, which to fans are gonna think I have the best team because I have the best team.
All right, so let's recap it so the audience over here can let us know what they think. Let me take off this third quarter thing. All right, so you want to read off yours and I'll read mine?
Yes. So my whole team right now, we have LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid. I probably shouldn't read all the names. Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard, Luka Dončić, Chris Paul, Mr. CP3, Julius Randle, Spider Mitchell from the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard. We have Sabonis, Vučević, and PG-13 Paul George to round out my team. I'm actually very happy with my team.
I'm not gonna lie. I think your team is. It's gonna. It'd be funny if this is exactly how the draft goes. I would die. And it just says that you heard it here first. Like many things on the Fourth Quarter Show.
It's true. If you guys tune in, you'll know we say a lot of things before it actually airs.
So, my team is Stephen Curry, Nikola Jokić, the leader, Kyrie Irving. I'm going to make sure that becomes his nickname of his. Dude. The leader. Then we have Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal. Next to my reserves, we have the future 2-time MVP. Future. Said it here first again. James Harden. Then we got the beast from the west. Maybe the beast from the south. Zion Williamson. Then the $200 million man, Rudy Gobert. Then the Kardashian killer. I got nicknames forever. I got a nickname for days. The Kardashian killer, the curse killer, Devin Booker. Then we have Zach LaVine from the Chi-Town. Jaylen Brown, who might just be number 1 on his team, but number 2 in everyone's hearts. And then the man, who just needs, a little push at times. The man whose 3-point shot, it's just 16%.
He doesn't have a 3-point shot.
It's 16%.
He doesn't have a 3-point shot.
Ben.
He doesn't have a mid-range
Simmons.
shot. Mr. Kardashian himself.
Ben, you wish I would have said Russell Simmons.
You know what? You have a lot of heat up on your team because you have Ben Simmons and Booker on the same team. Kendall Jenner's going to be upset about that.
Or she might be excited.
Maybe.
Imagine if we had Kuzma and Tyler Hero on one team.
Listen.
Poor Katia would be going crazy.
Someone needs to make that happen. You somehow managed to have KD, Irving, and Harden on the same team, which is very impressive, even though KD can't play. I tend to like your bench better just because it's legit my fantasy team without CP3 in it. You have Harden. You won the second half. He won the reserves. Now, guys, that was our fantasy draft. We're going to post it on Instagram so you guys can check it out, pick the winner, maybe do another little poll so you guys can see who had the better draft.
Exactly. And all you dead people voting, congratulations. I don't know how you came back to. Are you guys
15
zombies?
15 minutes for the fourth quarter starting now.